What's up, child? Welcome to the Big FX channel. It's another, week. Another week. I'm very excited, and I hope you are as well. If you kind of like see me here, at this time, at this specific time of the week, you know that what I'm bringing you guys, what the pre-market analysis, what I'm anticipating for the rest of the days of the week, where I'm kind of like, uh predicting, no, let me not say predict, anticipating, markets to kind of like head, right? So yes, I'll be sharing my screen with you guys, and kind of like, uh, as you guys already know how we do it, we kind of like, do it with DJ only. We want to kind of like, know it inside out perfectly, right? So yes, hopefully, how the market was juicy, last week we get the same, this week, and and counting, right? Yeah, before that, quick one, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. We're currently sitting at 90 subscribers, guys. 19. Subscribe, you. Subscribe. What are you doing? Subscribe to the channel, right? Let's go to the channel. Um, Without further ado, let's get into the chat. Chat, you can see that what I've cleared my my drawings and everything. This is GBPJPY. This is my DJ screen. I want to take you guys on the one week. The weekly. You guys can see it on the weekly. Yo, we've kind of like had a rally. We've had a rally to the upside, right? We've had a rally to the upside. We had this big, drop, which was this black candle, which dropped to the downside. And we're having this kind of like candle, kind of pullback, give us a retracement, right? But to kind of like understand this clearly, to get the full, understanding meaning of this, we have to come down the daily. Right, guys, on the daily, you guys can see that we've broken what this previous higher low, right? Let me bring in my Fibonacci tool for you guys to see. Right, you guys can see. Okay, yes, you can see that we have price, pulling back on the daily to what hit the 61.8 Fibonacci level. So you guys, this is a confluence. This is a confirmation. Like, let me say confluence, right? That what we are kind of like heading to the downside. DJ is heading to the downside for now. With what we have on the daily, which is the 61.8 Fibonacci level, right? Let's head to the 4 hour, guys. You know, so on the daily, we've broken the previous higher low. We've broken the previous higher low. This is the 4 hour, guys. This is the 4 hour, and you guys can see on the 4 hour, guys. We have what I would like to call it what an area of interest. I would like to call it an area of interest, guys. I would like to call it an area of interest. Why? Let me bring the market this way a little bit. I would like to call it an area of interest. You can see that what we have the market tapping this zone. You guys can see for yourself. Let me extend this. Extend to right. Yeah. All right. You can see for yourself, guys. We've had the first tap, the second tap, we've had the third tap here, fourth, and we've had a fifth tap here, guys. This is on the 4 hour. This is on the 4 hour. And when we count down on the 1 hour, you guys can see, that was what was giving us, our lower low, lower high, lower low for the previous week, right? Which made the market very nice, very juicy, for us to take our trades, right? So yes, guys, I'm kind of like expecting down, a kind of like down movements for this week. I'm not kind of like putting any zones out there yet, because I want the market just open, some few hours ago. Right, I want it to kind of like give me some more moves, some more movement before I kind of like start bringing down my area of interest is before you know if I kind of like have more candles, I will know where to kind of like place my area of interest. The market just open, so I just wanted to kind of like have that breathing space so that we know what to do. All right, so yes, stay tuned, guys. I'll be updating you guys more on the chat work. Yo, lovely people. There you had it. You guys saw it for yourself with GJ. I'm not kind of like putting out my zones here because I want the market to kind of like give more space, right? You don't kind of like just start analyzing or kind of like predicting out of just the first minute we are into a game, right? You want to have like about if it's a football game, about the first half, the first 45 minutes before you kind of like analyze and digest everything, right? The market just open. I want to give it a breathing room to kind of like move about, and here we kind of like put in our zones, and we have markets tap off it, and we know that okay, here this is where we are heading to. So yes, for now, let the markets rest. But from the top down analysis I did, which was the weekly, we had the pullback from after that sudden sudden bearish candle drop, and on the daily you can see that what the market has bounced off the 61.8 Fibonacci level, which is heading to the downside, giving us what a lower high. And here on the 4 hour, you can see that the market is what coming off an area of interest. You can see this, guys. You have the 61.8 Fibonacci level. We have that big bearish engulfing candle on the weekly, and we have the area of interest on the 4 hour, guys. So yes, I don't want to kind of like conclude yet. Let's wait for the market to kind of like give us more candles, more movement before we start analyzing. Subscribe to the channel. You guys can see I'm stressing on this. Subscribe to the channel, right? So I'll be bringing you guys more updates on this. We everything, more detailed information with the zones and everything. So you guys should subscribe to the channel. So anytime I drop the next video, you get updated so you can tap the knowledge and learn something. Right? It's been love since day one. I really appreciate your time, your effort being here. Until we meet again, peace out.